With the last act in the drama. The championship chase is what it's all about, with two riders head-to-head in the points table and side-by-side on the racetrack. Realistically, there's no one else in it, and as long as they stay on track and get all the way to the finish, then they will probably be heading towards the final round, with this one still undecided. Christmas Villars, Derek Achuong, both on 45 points at the top of the table as they wait for the start. Plenty of riders here hoping for glory, but have a look at this. Christmas on pole. He's the only man to have dropped down below 144. That is quite a good psychological booster for him. Derek Achuong knows his task won't be easy. He knows that everybody else on the front row and all these guys on row 2, Yassir, Ahmed Jayadi, Sumath and Hendry Ansia, all want to win this race as well. The championship, pretty much a two-man affair, but a good result here might change that for almost anyone. Derek Achuong, number 1. Middle of the grid as they come towards us. It is 10. It is the Kawasaki man, Preacher Yongsawangaran, who tips in the lead. There is Christmas, number 3, behind his rival and deep in the pack. Yet again, Christmas Villars hasn't got off the line as well as he should have done. Now we'll see whether that's going to cost him this race and the championship. 5 goes to the front. That is Sumath. Whole field still together, very evenly matched. Sumath, Derek Achuong, and then Preacher Yongsawangaran. 4 behind that is Yassir Saeed, and look for number 2. That is Chia Tuk Cheong. Christmas Villars moving up. There is the number 3 plate. This is what Christmas Villars does best. Sometimes it's tempting to think that he just fluffs it on the line so he can have the fun of playing catch-up through the pack. He is ruthless when it comes to overtaking. That's capital R. And he will find his way towards the front. This is not the sort of circuit that suits his style, though. It is the sort of circuit which suits Derek Achuong very well indeed. Sung Chi Kyong, number 16, at the back of this little group of leaders, which does indeed include 2, Chia Tuk Cheong and Derek Achuong, head down at the front, all tucked up and tidy. Look at that, there's nothing showing. His elbows and knees are flat in against the machine, and he is head down on the tank, leg out, ready to come down into the turn, carrying all that corner speed. He's such a pleasure to watch. Derek Achuong is the most stylish rider in this series. There's no two ways about it. He is a beautiful flowing rider on that 150, and he is just carving himself little fractions of a second as the tyres come up to temperature now, and he just eases away from the rest of the field. Watch him now, because he's got Sumath and he's got Preacher Yongsawangaran and Yassir all guarding his back against Christmas Villars. And while that's happening, Derek Achuong will settle down across the tank of that Castrol Honda and disappear up the road. Christmas already looking at the Kawasaki as his next meal when he gets into the corner, because he's going to eat that one up in no time at all. Runs wide up onto the rumble strips and head down using the Honda power. He's looking for a way round the Kawasaki. He's got Yassir Saeed looking for a way round him as well. So it's all getting slightly interesting just now for Christmas Villars. Knowing Christmas, he won't be thinking too much about what's going on behind him. He's concentrating more or less entirely on what's happening in front, and he is in front of the Kawasaki. He is already up to 3rd, and Sumath is his next target. Now, Derek Achuong will need to know this when he comes past the pits next time. The board will tell him that he is P1, and the gap it gives him will almost certainly be not to number 5, to Sumath, but to number 3, Christmas Villars, his championship rival. They are dead level, 45 points apiece in the title race. Sumath on 21 points. mathematically could win the title, but he's going to have to win this race and hope that 1 and 3, that Derek Achuong and Christmas Villeroj both finish in about 9th or 10th place. Already Derek is clear though. Look at this. There are a couple of bike lengths between him and Sumath. He knows what's going on. He's had a look and he can see Christmas is coming, and he is coming much quicker than you think. So Derek Achuong is already looking up the road as the battles behind start to get very intense indeed. Number 2, Chia Tuk Cheong, is on the move as well. He and Christmas Villeroj had a deadly rivalry throughout last season. Chia Tuk Cheong, the early leader of the series, pursued by Christmas all the way to the final round. And it was Derek who actually launched the late season charge to grab the title while those two were busy squabbling with each other. And now Derek Achuong has cleared off up the road while Christmas and Sumath have been battling. There's the pass that gives Christmas Villeroj second place. You saw what happened in qualifying. Christmas Villeroj 1:43.7, Derek Achuong 1:44.0. 0.3 of a second quicker on his best lap. Can he maintain that kind of consistent speed? Can he run faster than Derek Achuong lap after lap? Everything we've seen about Derek Achuong in the past said no, because Derek Achuong can run at 1:44.0 for the rest of the day. Christmas Villeroj is clearly capable of blindingly quick laps from time to time, but consistency really isn't the name of his game. He likes the hustle and bustle of argy-bargy in the turns. He likes to have somebody to go after, and he likes to have somebody to race against. This is what he needs, somebody like Sumath to scrap with. This is Christmas at his best, but all the time this is happening, Derek Achuong is just easing further ahead, out of sight. He is just riding smoothly and peacefully away from all of this. And we've seen it so many times in this championship this year and in previous seasons. So Christmas mired in with Sumath, with Yasir Saeed and with Chia Tuk Cheong. We've got 4 riders here equally capable of finishing in second place, and I would not like to be any one of the back markers they are approaching right now, because in a minute things are going to start getting very exciting for a group of riders who are probably lapping something like 6 or 7 seconds a lap slower than the race leaders. They've had a bit of warning with Derek Achuong coming quietly past them on the outside, and they've all moved over on the straight to let this lot come through, and a very wise decision it was too. Sumath, Christmas, Yasir and Chia, second, third, fourth and fifth, as Derek Achuong continues to lead the field away. And they're getting a little bit frantic now because they know that Derek Achuong is out of reach. Christmas has got to finish second now. That's got to be his mission. There aren't enough laps left for him to catch Derek Achuong, and he is up to his waist in alligators in this swamp here, because they are all over him now, and Christmas has got to do something about it. Sumath, Christmas, Yasir and Chia. And all the time Christmas is looking at Sumath, the others are right behind him, looking at him. Hasn't been able to make the break from them. He's not able to make it now. He's just about managing to stay with Sumath and keep Yasir behind him. This is precisely what Derek Achuong needs. Look at him, looks over his shoulder. Where's everybody gone? On his own, going past the checkered flag. Count the seconds as we wait for the slipstreaming battle. It's Sumath. I think he just got ahead of Christmas, but there was a red and white machine on the other side of the track. Could have been either Yasir or Chia. We'll have to wait for official confirmation before we see what happened there. But definitely Derek Achuong has taken another step